Yeah, he loves you. This
How
is
old
my
is
best. He's 7.
Oh, he's a grown man.
Yeah, he's really out here. He was born in LA. This is his home.
Yo soy boricua,
Yo soy boricua,
pa' que tú lo sepas.
pa' que tú lo sepas.
There you go.
Take 1.
So, we're moving all the way from Puerto Rico back to LA. How does it feel?
It feels cool to be home. You know, this is a home that I lived in for quite some time. Seeing my old apartment just down the street. This is one of the first boxing gyms I actually came into. And actually the first time I saw Julio Cesar Chavez about 6 years ago. I was like all tiny and small, no beard. And they were like, this guy's a champion. He's the best. And now I'm gonna kill him.
Now you're gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, it got really hot and heavy. It was like dicey there for a minute. But let's call a spade. He's still a Chavez. What made you decide, I wanna fight this guy?
I think this is a fight that the fans have been wanting and that I've been wanting, and it's a really good test. He's super experienced, former world champion, both the same weight, same height, and he is a Chavez, one of the most legendary names in boxing, and he has a great resume. We can talk and say all of these things, but he's a very formidable opponent, and I want to challenge myself and give the fans a great fight.
You know, his dad was actually very complimentary. He said, you know, for such a short period of time, you've made a lot of progress, but there's no way, no how. There is no way you're gonna beat my son.
This is what people always say. They always say it, and then after I win, they have some sort of excuse. Oh, he was this, he was that, oh, this happened, that happened. So it's the name of my career is criticizing me and then making excuses after I do the impossible or no way it's gonna happen.
We do talk about boxing. Boxing is a serious sport. You've even said it yourself. And then we're talking serious names, legacies, and this makes up for great attention. Even Junior said it. I'm doing it because I want to bring respect back to the sport, the respect that is due. And that was also your commitment and your motivation. How much value do you see in his words?
None. He's a fool, or as his people call him, a fool. So to me, he's done nothing in this sport. He hasn't helped any other fighters. He doesn't have a foundation. He's not uplifting anyone. He's not putting on cards. And I don't think he's always taken this sport seriously. I think he's taking this fight seriously and this training seriously, but that hasn't been the story of his career. And I'm gonna expose him for that and really show people that I'm the king of boxing. I'm the one doing the biggest events, uplifting the most fighters, putting on the biggest cards time in and time again.
There's layers to this Jake Paul effect in boxing. I mean, not only are you bringing a lot of mediatic attention, you are creating spaces for other fighters. You do bring different kinds of fans. You bring in lots of money. You bring in different expectations from different kinds of fans. Yet, it always seems like the diehard fan doesn't seem to give you the credit that you deserve. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't really care. You know, I've seen who they cheer for, so I don't care who they criticize. And meanwhile, they're hyping up these fights where the fighters are throwing 6 punches around, you know, and it's the most boring fights we've seen this year. And so I understand why people wanted to, you know, safeguard their sport, protect it, criticize me, pull me down, all of these things, but they don't know who I am. They don't know how serious I take the sport. And the real ones, Mike Tyson, Vander Holyfield, Manny Pacquiao, you know, even Floyd, all of these people are the ones who give me the respect and see what I've done for the sport. And that's what really matters, not the reporter or the boxing critics who are, of course, going to talk about me.
We love to make sure that the sport, like you said, is protected. When you say that, what does that mean to you, to protect the sport?
Well, for me, I feel like I'm the only one doing it. Everyone else is just trying to gatekeep or say that they're doing things for the sport or something is bad for boxing, but I'm the greatest thing to happen to boxing since Muhammad Ali, and there's no even debating that. And what I've done speaks for itself. No other fighter is building gyms, getting boxing gloves into the hands of kids, throwing multiple events a year, donating my whole entire purse back into my own charity when I fought in Puerto Rico. taking women from getting paid $1,000 to 5, 6, 7 million, breaking Netflix records, shutting down the site, 128 million global viewers. The list goes on, and I've done this in only 12 fights, where Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, Marvin Hagler, like, you can name any of these people, fought nobodies for their first 15 to 20 fights. No one even knew who they were. And so my career has been different, heavily criticized from the start, but that's the mark and the sign of someone who's a disruptor and someone who's changing the game.
I love that word, disruptor, because you have changed the game in many ways. From the politics to the economics behind it, and just getting fights done.
Yeah.
Somebody said to me that when you decide to take a fight, there's no real back and forth. You just take it. That's it. When you have the opportunity to face the Nate Diaz, the Tommies, what is it that fuels your fire?
Well, I just know I can beat these guys. I know what I'm capable of, and I'm always going to go out fighting on my shield and give the fans a really good fight. And I'm not scared of anyone, which in this sport is actually super uncommon. People want to protect their O's. People don't want to make the big super fights happen. People want certain things. You can't wear this certain shoe. The ring has to be 16 by 16. It has to be at this weight. I always show up and make the fights happen. And that's why I've been super active, and that's why I've risen to the top of the sport, because I'm down to fight anyone, anytime, any place.
Before I let you go, June 28th, what can we expect?
A knockout. I'm doing what Canelo couldn't do, stopping this man, and you're gonna see Chavez quit, and his dad's hands are gonna be in his head, and he's gonna be turned into another meme, disappointed in his son, and all the Mexican fans are gonna join Team Paul.
There you go. I look forward to that. June 28th.
Thank you.
On DAZN.
Let's go.